If you want to know how consistent physical therapy and massage therapy can help you live your best life, you need to tune into this episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Sports Performance Podcast. Welcome, all new listeners, and welcome back to those who have heard our content in the past. If you want to know how consistent physical therapy and massage therapy can help you live your best life, you need to tune into this episode. Before I go on to the podcast, what is new in life? What is happening in our world, in the sports performance world? What is new? There are a million things happening in the background. If you follow us on Instagram, Sports Performance PT, we are officially in the middle to final stages of renovations for our third location in San Diego. For those of you who don't know, surprise. For those of you who have been supportive, we appreciate you tremendously. This wouldn't be possible without any of you. So it's for you. It's for us to be able to help you. So we have our third location coming up in Kearny Mesa, and that is opening March 1st of 2023. And we are just in the middle of renovations. We just finished paint. The carpet is clean, and we're just moving in furniture at the moment. So getting ready for our grand opening party on Friday, March 3rd from 5 to 7. Bring the family, come on over and party with Team SP. Other than that, life is great. I've got new team members. We are just living life and enjoying our best life. So, and it's all because of you, and we're so grateful to be able to help you with this new location. So, what else? What are we talking about today? Why are we talking about how can consistent physical therapy and massage therapy live your best life? Let me tell you a story, and it's a true story that I tell my clients, that we tell just anybody who can identify with this. So if you're new to our world, or if you've been following us for a little while, my name is Chris. I'm the CEO and founder of Sports Performance, and the way that Sports Performance started was a concept to I'd been traveling with professional athletes all over the world, and I lived day by day by day by day treating people. And instead of seeing them kind of in the traditional route where you see people every once a week, every other week, or whatever it is, I used to see athletes 2 to 3 times a day for 2 to 3 hours. I treat them for 2 to 3 hours. We go out and exercise, and then we come back in, work on massage or treatment, and then maybe do another session in the evening. And these are professional athletes, so this is their job. This is what they have to do. And I really wanted to bring this to community, so I wanted to bring the philosophy of providing the highest level care to the community, and so I started Sports Performance. And when I first started it, uh, no one knew about what this was, or this service. How was it different? So I used to go to different gyms all over San Diego and Chula Vista, and I would just bring up my treatment table and try and help people. And when I first started, my wife and I, Stephanie, really tried our hardest to deliver the best possible care, customer service, giving people, going above and beyond. And that vision and mission still holds true today to Sports Performance, but a lot of things have changed since then, and for the good, for the better. And when I first started, I just wanted to do it. I didn't have a lot of resources. We had no money to start this thing. We were just trying to help wherever we could. And because I didn't have the help, I didn't trust anybody to take care of the clients that I did. I thought I was the best. I wanted to deliver everything the best. So I didn't want to ask for help. I just wanted to, do it my way, and nobody helps me. I don't want anybody answering a phone. I don't want anybody touching my clients. I don't want anybody helping me at all. I want to write every single email. I want to work my tail off, and I'm going to do it. And then I realized there was people in the community. Well, some of our first team members were the first in the community to come out and say, "Hey, Chris, would you like some help?" And I was like, "No, nobody touched my clients. Nobody do this." And these were people who were genuinely just like loved being at sports performance, and they're like, "I want to be able to help," and I didn't take it as that, you know. And so early in my career, I was all about. I want to do everything perfect. I want to do everything by myself. And I realized once team members came on, we can provide better care to more people and answer more phone calls and able to help more people get in the clinic. And it was just a more efficient way of doing things. But when I was doing it by myself, that's what I thought. Like, there's no one who wants to help me. I'll do it by myself. And now, fast forward to today, I'm like, I'm never doing anything by myself. I want to have as many amazing people in my world as possible. Why? Because I can get more things done. I can help more people. There's just so much of a greater internal reward for me. I can help my team members. I can create more jobs. On the client side, I can help more people. I can provide a faster service. There's so much to it. So nowadays, I don't want to do anything by myself. My team knows this. Everyone knows this. The clients, I hope you feel it. We are all about the team. But that took a lot of work for me to realize. And so, how does this, talk about physical therapy and massage? That story is very important for you to understand that um, eh, the way we do things at Sports Performance is we care about people. So you might find yourself wherever you are in your fitness and health journey. We have people who come see us who have been to 10, 20 different providers before, and they have lost trust. They have lost faith that somebody can help them. And the good thing is, we can help. And we get that. We see so many people who have ever come by themselves to figure this out. Is this a place for me? I don't, why are you so different? And if that's you, that's one version that who I'm speaking to in this podcast. What if you've tried physical therapy or massage and you're like, it kind of helped, but it really didn't. Maybe you went for a couple sessions and you weren't like, that kind of helped. That's also a person I'm speaking to today. So maybe you've tried things and it didn't help, or you've tried other people and you've lost trust. And I have an important message for you today, and how consistent massage and physical therapy can truly impact your life. And I'll share a couple things today, but I wanted to let you know why we're doing this. Ultimately, after treating thousands and thousands of clients, professional athletes, you name it, we've seen so many people come through the doors, and all we want to do is share information of people who have been successful and the lessons we've learned along the way to help people like yourself, wherever you're at. If you're in Chula Vista in San Diego, if you're in San Francisco or in a different country, this is all for you. This is for individuals who are looking to improve their health. Maybe you don't have aches and pains. Maybe you're just trying to, alleviate some stiffness, or maybe you want to, run 5 marathons, whatever it is. Maybe it's not improving your fitness; it's just maintaining good health. This is also for you. So let me tell you a couple things. So when when we work with people who come into our office, um, there's different reasons why clients come in to get physical therapy and massage. Let me give you some examples. They're often in pain. They come in because they're fed up with this achy shoulder, or the back pain that hasn't gone away, or the knee pain. And if you really process why you develop pain, it's because a result of tissue damage. Meaning, pain just doesn't like come out of nowhere. It just doesn't. It's physics 101. It's tissue stress, or trauma applied over time that results in overuse, or something broken or traumatic, or whatever it is. So pain is predictable. We know that pain just doesn't arise out of nowhere. And a lot of our clients will come in, they're like, yeah, it just started yesterday. And then we always have to go back. We always have to ask you questions. What happened? Most clients are like, wait, why does that matter? Just fix it. And we're like, we can actually predict the moment that you started developing pain and why. And so while you're in pain, that might not be important, but for long-term benefits, it's the most important thing. We can conquer pain, no problem. That's the easy part of the equation. It's about figuring out where it happened, why it happened, how it happened, so it doesn't come back. That's really the magic and the art of how we help people. So why do people come to physical therapy or massage? They often have aches and pains that are a result of tissue damage. And we have people who say, "I can do it on my own. I'll do it. It's okay. I don't need anybody else to help me. I can figure this out. I've been doing it my whole life, and I can totally find this. There's no reason why this is any different. I'm I'm no longer in my 20s. I'm in my 40s or 50s, and I can totally do it on my own. Don't mind me as I help my, two kids and work a hard job and try and go and exercise and do all these things in between there. I'm going to figure this out on my own. This is the story that we often get. And so people try Googling, they try YouTubing, and they're like, hey, here's the 57 exercises that'll really help your shoulder. And that doesn't work. And so they get frustrated, right? They truly get frustrated. And we hear it all the time. This is going on for weeks, months, and it hurts to say this, but years of pain. Nobody wants to be in pain for years. I can't stand more than a couple seconds. And so as people develop these pains over years, there's frustration that comes about. So much you can't tolerate it anymore. You're sick and tired of it, and it affects your mood. It affects who you are. It plays a game in your head of, will this ever go away? Or it becomes this constant numbing right behind the scenes where, like, gosh, it just feels like it's constant now. It used to start like as a dull ache, maybe when I used it, and it used to hurt at work, and then it hurt at the gym, and now it's just constant. And this is a normal progression, which could all be fixed. It could all be fixed and identified in a quicker pace. And so that's the typical timeline. That's what happens. That's why people come in, and that's what people say when they say, "I can totally do it on my own." So they finally have this frustration, this lack of change, and here's what happens: they give up. They said, "Forget it. That's not going to work. That didn't work for me. I tried, 20 minutes of stretching, and that one 20-minute bout just didn't help me. So stretching is not good enough." And so they give up. And what happens is a downward spiral. They actually end up stop going to the gym. They don't run anymore. They don't go hiking anymore. They don't want to go to the gym with their friends. So their social network changes. Their body changes. They're no longer active. So they start gaining weight. And some of you are listening, you're like, oh, this is kind of like my story, or I'm leading down that path. And that ultimately creates a different person. And pain does incredible things to people, especially that brain. It just changes like your view of why things are happening, or why is it going on to me? I thought this would go away by now. I've always been a strong individual. I don't understand why it's happening. So when people are frustrated, they'll typically give up after a long period of time. They try multiple providers, they gain weight. And so why is this relevant to consistent physical therapists, helping you live your best life? Here's what happens. I want you to understand what happens to typical people as they come in, and why they try physical therapy massage or why they don't. Now we'll get people who try it and they have a great result. They're like, oh my goodness, I waited so long. I shouldn't have done that. And that's great because finally we can get that outcome. But here's the next level. If I can tell you, after practicing for over 14 years now, helping physical therapists all over the world, how is it that we can help people at the highest level? How do we really make an impact on people's health? I've seen people walk into our facility in chronic pain, having issues for years, frustrated, gained 50 to 100 pounds. We get them out of pain. They're finally there. They start going back to the gym. They're consistent. They feel like their old self again. They've lost weight. They gain back that confidence. They gain back the health, the spark in their life. And I can tell you, by getting people from that full spectrum, I've learned a lot of lessons. And we've had a lot of clients come in saying, you really can help people at a different level. So what's the difference? Let me tell you one side of the story. When people come in and they get help and they no longer have pain, what's the immediate reaction? Oh, that was the best. Thank you so much. And what that does is you're saying, I can do it on my own again. But some of the most incredible stories, some of the best results we've ever had is when clients continue that success. They had a program to keep that strength, to keep that result, to keep that flexibility, to keep the stiffness from coming back. And what that is continuing to refine that program, getting you a stiffness program to alleviate maybe your back or your neck or whatever it is. And once you can get that alleviated, guess what? It probably took you 5, 10 years to develop that posture, maybe your rounded shoulders, whatever it is. 2 to 3 sessions of massage or PT are only going to help you kind of alleviate some of the symptoms. But the next step is, how do we keep that from coming back? How do you get stronger? How do you improve your posture for good? So phase one, alleviate the pain. Phase two, get it strong and resilient so it doesn't come back. And from a physiology scientific standpoint, it takes people 4 to 6 weeks just to gain better posture. Then it takes 4 to 6 weeks to improve your flexibility. Then it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get you strong on that new flexibility. You now have the range of motion you wanted to, and you're finally there. Now you got strong. Now you're strong, you have better flexibility, and you're less stiff. Oh my goodness. Now what? Now we have to use that. So now you get them back to swimming, biking, running, whatever it is, with all this newly found range of motion and posture. Once you have that, now you're getting back to the things you love, feeling like your old self. The next step is maintaining that. How do you go through that whole spectrum? I'll tell you how not to. Some of the most challenging cases I've had are where people use physical therapy and massage as needed. Why? What they'll do is they'll typically let pain or aches or stiffness build up so long that they're frustrated, months to years, and they finally get in to see somebody, and it takes 4 to 5 sessions to get them out of that pain. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. And guess what happens? 6 months later, they come back. It's right back to where it was. Physical therapy didn't work for me. Massage didn't work for me. Wait, wait. No, but we didn't keep it. We didn't develop the strength. We didn't have a prevention program. We didn't go into getting you back to the way you felt. Well, I thought I was in pain, so I no longer needed it. Yeah, but the problem is that we call it like a bobblehead effect. You finally feel good, you know what it feels like, but you can't control it. You don't know how to stabilize underneath that newly found range of motion. So consistent massage and physical therapy, why is that so important? If you really come down to it, what is it that people love or gain from massage or physical therapy? There's a few components. The soft tissue therapy, right? Some people love the massage or deep tissue or whatever it is, the cupping, the scraping, whatever it is that you love. That's just to alleviate the pain. That's just the first layer. You peeled the first layer. Number two is now that that tissue is nice and flexible and mobile, you got to build it up and have it strong so it's resilient. That's phase two. Most people leave at phase one. Not at sports performance. We do not want that coming back. So you got to build some strength on top of that. So once you're strong, that's really where that's the game changer for you. So what's phase three? Prevention. You'll eventually learn how to prevent these things, how to program for yourself, how to become independent so you can control that. The whole goal, everything that we do, our mission is to get you to become educated and independent by managing your own fitness and health. That's not possible in 2 to 3 sessions. It just took that long just to peel the layer and get it all pain-free. It's going to take another 4 to 6 just to get it more flexible, less stiff. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to get it strong on top of that, and another 4 to 6 just to get it, injury prevention. So if you're saying, well, physical therapy and massage didn't work for me, I will say what happened is you did a temporary, 1 or 2 session hopeful situation where you thought that that was going to be the solution. I think that's an unrealistic expectation. Imagine trying to play, baseball or soccer or any type of sport and saying, "Hey, I want to get to the championship, but I really don't want to practice. I just want the outcome, and I'm hoping that I'll take it from there. I can do this on my own." Yeah, but you're gonna need some support, some coaching, some mentorship to help you get to that point. And the person who says, "I can do this on my own," like me in my story, I can tell you this: it's an uphill battle. You won't win. You've been trying to do this by yourself, your outcomes will show that. If you tried, rehabbing your neck or your back or whatever it is on your own, you've never found a solution, you tried one session of massage, one session of acupuncture, one session of PT, and that didn't help, guess what? It's because of the time and effort that you put into it. So that's your outcome. So imagine the baseball game. You didn't practice, you showed up to the game, you probably lost 10-0 because there was no type of preparation leading up to it. And that's where we treat any type of client who wants to get better. We look at, okay, what's the end result? What do you want to get back to? I want to get back to mountain climbing or rock climbing or whatever it is. In order to do that, we work on phases. Okay, so if that's an injury prevention and working on your endurance, that's the last phase. We know we want to get you strong, so that's the phase 2. And then the phase 1B is, making sure you're less stiff and more flexible. And phase 1 is getting you pain relief. So if we can create that whole map, we now know that destination. But that's not happening if you're doing 1 or 2, 3 sessions of any form of massage or PT or any service that you're thinking about. I'm telling you, if you're trying to do this by yourself, it's an uphill battle. You need to have this map. You have to understand what the journey looks like so you can see yourself in it. And what if things don't go right? Having somebody there to push you left and right, we call them bumpers, to make sure that your journey is nice and safe along that route. And you just need somebody seeing it from a higher level and saying, "Hey, am I going the right direction?" And if you've tried it all by yourself, you're probably frustrated. You understand this, and this is like kind of the next level. If you're like, "I've never even tried this, where do I start?" You're going to get a head start if you work with anybody at Sports Performance. But here's the caveat to all this: consistent massage and physical therapy. And genuinely, it's because I've seen so many people fall off early. They think that 1 or 2 sessions is going to fix it. 5, 6 sessions is going to fix it when it's been happening for years. They want to win the championship in a short amount of time. And the best thing you can do is commit to yourself and understand, your personality, So one of the best things we'll do is ask, do you enjoy having somebody there to give you support? Yeah, here intermittently. Okay, great. Like if I give you homework for 6 weeks, you think you can do it by yourself? Oh, 6 weeks is a little tough. Okay, what about a month? Yeah, a month sounds good. And then we have people who are brand new and they need every 2 weeks or every week or whatever it is. And then we eventually get you to that month phase. From that month phase, we get you to that 6 week phase. We don't go beyond 6. Here's why. Life happens. There's a lot of studies that talk about commitment and ability to continue doing things on your own. And these are weight loss, they're fitness, they're any form of compliance. And the more that you can commit to yourself and you say, "Hey, I know that I need this support. I'm going to go here monthly and I want to eventually get to that every 6 weeks mark." Why? Because we adjust programs based on 6 weeks. Based on the scientific knowledge, is that we know it takes 6 weeks to get strong. So we call it turn the dials, create the next program for you. In 6 weeks, we reassess, get you strong, move on to the next one. Under massage, let me see what that flexibility looks like. Let me see what your posture looks like. Great. These are your next phase. Here's what you need to do now. And all the premise behind this, you're always constantly challenging yourself. You're on to that next level. What is it that you wanted to do? I wanted to go play soccer with my grandkids. I wanted to, go up and down stairs without using the handrail. I wanted to be able to sit at the desk without, having to take a break from, my neck pain. These are all markers of progress. We want to know, can you do these in that next phase? And the whole goal is there's a long-term goal here: improve your general health, improve your weight, decrease, body fat, improve your sleep. All of these are long-term things that you need to have as targets. And if you can see those long-term destinations, fitness, health, nutrition, sleep, if you understand that those are truly why you're seeing anybody in the first place. All of us have aches and pains, but the reason why you go see somebody is because those are now interfering with your life. And we get that. So the best thing you do is acknowledge that pain is not the limiter. Pain is the thing getting in the way of the destination. So removing the pain is still not going to get you to that destination. For many of you, you need the support. The accountability is what we call it. We're here to just to point you in the right direction. In 4 weeks, I expect you to be at this time point. You should be 90% pain free. You should be able to touch your toes, and you should be getting about four hours more than you currently are of sleep. And your nutrition should be just right. And they come back 4 or 6 weeks later, they're like, I didn't get my sleep, but my nutrition's better. And that's great because all you're doing is trying to finesse all the layers of fitness and health. So for those who don't work in the health and fitness industry, it's very tough to learn all those things and get all those things right. And we call it simultaneous health, basically allowing you to make huge dramatic changes with all of those facets within a short period of time. Imagine the result. And so we say that, having consistent massage and physical therapy, it gives you the opportunity to make more changes. It gives you the freedom to finally be independent with your health, not relying on somebody else to tell you exactly what to do. This is empowering you, giving you all the information, you doing it, coming back, telling us where you are. And then the next point is just make small adjustments, but ultimately you are learning. You are gaining information and knowledge so you can manage your own health. That's the difference on an as needed basis and a consistent basis. So don't try and do it by yourself. Don't be me when I started sports performance. Don't be me. I tell you this wholeheartedly. I've had a lot of sleepless nights, and as you know, I've at one point I gained about 50 pounds because I was trying to do things by myself. And it took having more team members, having people in my life who I trusted, who I knew that can keep me accountable, who can be my part of my inner circle. It took them to say, Chris, we can help. Like, you can focus on your fitness. Do this. We'll help the clients here. And it's finally when I understood it's not about me. I need to give that up and allow other people to help me. And that was I had to open myself up and say, I trust the process. I need consistency more than anything else. And that is truly what it's all about. So if you're looking to relieve soft tissue aches and pains temporarily, as needed, will only take you so far. If you're really looking to make a long-term change to your mobility, your stiffness, and improve it, that's like a medium commitment. If you're looking to now prevent things from coming back, keep it away for good, that's that long-term vision. And, by, giving you accountability to stay on track, giving you the information so you can control your own health, that's ultimately what's all about. That's our long-term vision. For me, when I started this company, that's what everything I wanted. I wanted a community who was healthier, happier, and was independent in managing their own health, not dependent on pain medications or injections or surgeries. I wanted it to be about people who can live their best life. And that's really that's the mission of sports performance. We keep you healthy and active for life. And that was a big mission of ours and continues to be to this day. But it's very tough to be able to help people long term if they don't have the consistency in there. And so, why do we have consistent massage and physical therapy? So that you can have accountability, education, and independence to truly, finally have an impact on your health. So you can be happy, healthy, and truly doing the things that you love without the aches, without the pains, without having to, see your doctors for the stiffness and the injections and all those things. If you ask me, what's the root behind that? It's truly to have a happy and healthy community. And that's why I highly recommend if you are battling any of these things, this is truly what it's about. And based on the feedback that we've had, This is why we have created so many programs within sports performance. And the biggest program that we've had is, well, Chris, if you are promoting this, how can we be part of this process? So, based on client feedback, this is everything that we've been able to help people with. It just took us so many clients to tell us, why don't you have a form of a membership? Like this was for our clients, and we couldn't believe it. We had not done this before, so because of our clients, we created our SP Wellness Club. And this is for this person. This is for the person who it genuinely is looking for. They finally got rid of the aches and pains. They're finally more independent. They just need people pointing in the right direction. They're committed. They want to make a difference in their fitness and health, and they don't want to do this by themselves. They're tired of doing it by themselves, and they don't want to risk going back. And so that's what our SP Wellness Club is about. And what we've tried creating is 3 different tracks. We've created a track for anybody who wants physical therapy or massage. You can do either or. And we have a track that does physical therapy and massage if you love them both. And then we have another track that is physical therapy and massage and fitness and nutrition. So what that does is allow wherever you are, it's a menu. It allows you to choose from what is it that you need at this moment. And the great part is it's a commitment to yourself, and it allows you to make that investment in looking at what is it that you are missing? Do you need tune-ups? Do you need massage? Do you need physical therapy? And we took the guessing game out of it. We truly did. It was just, which one do you need? Make sure you have an end goal. We'll help get you there, whether it's sleep, nutrition, fitness, health, aches and pains, weight loss, you name it. We can do it. It's just about what fits you. And so we're excited to bring out the SP Wellness Club, and it's all because of you. So if you know anybody who's interested, whether it's yourself or your friends, family, whatever it is, point them in our direction. Throughout this podcast, you'll be able to click on any of the links to be able to take you to that next step. Ultimately, that's what we're about, and really living your best life. So for those who are interested, I'm excited to see you inside the SP Wellness Club. I will be able to work with the team to make sure you're on the right track. I will personally do that. So go ahead and click on any of the links below to find more. If not, I will see you guys on the next episode. Okay, bye everyone.